Welcome back to the Labor Lounge. I appreciate y'all for clicking on the video and rocking with me. Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Today we go take a trip. We go over to Coney Island and find out what happened to a 27-year-old who tried to do the right thing and help somebody out who looked like they were in need. This one right here might pull on your heartstrings a little bit, but we go look at the video and then we'll come back and we'll talk about it.
But the family has questions relating to how can something like this happen when their daughter tried to do the right thing.
She was always helping people.
LaDonna Kemp says that's exactly what her daughter was doing when her life was stolen from her over the Labor Day weekend. Family members say 27-year-old Donnay Wilbert was gunned down at Hollywood Coney Island on Detroit's west side early Sunday morning, not long after she tried to break up a fight.
We had to even tell her, like, you can't pull over in your car when you're by yourself because you see somebody on the road and they need help because it's dangerous out there. But she was kind of like the type of person that would have to like try or see for herself.
It started with Donnay and her girlfriends having a fun night out. They went to the Coney Island for a bite to eat when an argument developed between two men and a woman, according to sources.
So, first of all, condolences to this young lady's family, right? And I had this conversation with two of my homeboys. Two different thought processes plus mine, right? So 3 overall. One of my boys, which is one of my partners on the show, the professor, he's the type of person to where he'll pull over, he'll help somebody out. That's just him, right? Me, on the other hand, I'm not that type of person, man. I kind of tend to mind my own. And then my other homeboy, Pre, who I was just with on the Off the Rip podcast, we were talking about a situation like this, and I said, you never know what's going to happen when you try to do the right thing. And I referenced to a scenario where it was just like this. It was a couple fighting in a grocery store, going at it. Dude hit the girl. Somebody intervened, and then Buddy pulled out a gun and shot the dude who went over there trying to help. That was a recent current event, right? And in my head, it's like I wouldn't have even gone over there. Like, I would have just kind of stayed away from it, because in that particular situation that I'm talking about, come to find out, the young lady, she had multiple cases on this guy about domestic violence. And here it is, she's in a grocery store. That domestic violence followed them into the store. And then an innocent bystander who was trying to help ended up losing his life. Right? Like, why were you even in that situation at that particular time? So, I tend to stay away from things that don't mind my business. Now, I will call the police. I'll do that in a heartbeat. But I'm not finna put myself in harm's way, because I have a family to get home to. And they have a family to get home to. But it's just two different thought processes. And it's unfortunate that this young lady was trying to break up a fight, and she ended up losing her life.
We couldn't actually touch her when we went to go view her based upon the circumstance. She even had a smile on her face as we had to observe her in her last state.
She was doing the right thing, and that's what angers me.
Detroit activist Pastor Mo works with many community groups teaching de-escalation techniques to quash beefs before they ever can turn violent. He offered this advice for safe conflict resolution.
Make sure you're in a lighted area. Read body language. Look and see if they're reaching. Look and see if there's anything poking out their waist. Look at their type of demeanor. If this is the kind of person that they would have a weapon. If this is a working class person who maybe got on work clothes, you might can reason with them. There's somebody with a hoodie on. I'm not trying to judge anybody, but there's somebody who looks like they could be dangerous.
No, you trying to judge. It's all right. Go ahead and say it. Listen, you look the part. What are you attracting, right? If you look like it, it might be that. And I think you got to take that precaution. I agree with what he's saying, but don't sit up here and say you're not trying to judge nobody, because, again, we know what it looked like, right? Now, not everybody's like that, but at the end of the day, if you look the part, it is what it is. I have to trust my spidey senses.
Menacing, or just don't care. Be careful how you approach somebody who could be having a mental breakdown.
Meantime, Donnay's family is determined to make sure her legacy lives on.
I just want whoever did this to know they took away such a bright light that shined on so many different people. Everybody that she ever talked to will remember her because of just her great shine shine. Just her personality was amazing, and she was amazing.
So no arrests have been made. This young lady lost her life, and she was trying to help out in a situation that really she didn't have to get involved in. It's unfortunate, man. And you know what? The wave of her death is traveling. You got the pastor talking about it. You have her parents, all her siblings, everybody connected to this young lady is feeling the weight of her loss right now for trying to be somebody that's doing the right thing, trying to help somebody who looked like they were in need. Now she's the one who's not here with us, and we have to live with that, right? So condolences to this young lady's family, because I know what loss feels like, especially when it comes too early. So with that being said, like the pastor said, you got to be able to read. You got to be able to read the signs, right? Look at body language. Can you reason with this person, or is it best for you to let the professionals go ahead and deal with certain situations? Again, sometimes it's best for you to stay out of it and let the people who can deal with that deal with it, because at the end of the day, you want to go home to your family just like everybody else does. And unfortunately for this young lady, she's not going to be able to do that because she tried to be a good person, and you see what happens. So with that being said, let me know how y'all feel about this. Are you intervening if you see something egregious happening? Are you going to call the authorities, or are you going to stay to yourself? Leave it down in the comments. Let me know. Until next time, I'm out.
Perfect.